it, bitch, I'm the young.
Started off last week, it was all good. Watching wrestle, LeBron James on the hardwood. Shawty told me to fuck her face, so it's all good. Bitch, it ain't no way I done with Hollywood. My hoes all good, I fuck them all good. My credit all good, bitch, I'm always good. My pockets all good, my mama still straight. A bakery chef, how I been flipping all this cake. Got a flock of famous hoes, took them to Barbados. Purple drink, sippin' bitch, while you on that K-roll. We ain't at no playground, I'ma show you how I play though. Bitch say I'm playing mind games with her, she call me Play-Doh. I want a motherfucking Janet Jackson. I'm sitting in front of TV thinking I need an actress. Your wheel costs more than your front door. All I do is point at the hoe and she come closer. Body like a 2-liter, ass fat as hell, nigga. Smart bitch at the apartment, about to graduate from Yale. A high maintenance nigga, bitch, a compliment my nails. You know it ain't no going against the grain, I'ma prevail. This coupe talk the spoiler looking like a damn tail. Only 500 whips like this demon out of hell. We outside, you been inside, nigga, we can tell. My crib double gated, say that shit for all my haters. Started off last week, it was all good. Watching wrestle, LeBron James on the hardwood. Shawty told me to fuck her face, so it's all good. Bitch, it ain't no way I done with Hollywood. My hoes all good, I fuck them all good. My credit all good, bitch, I'm always good. My pockets all good, my mama still straight. A bakery chef, how I been flipping all this cake. My racks all good, my bitch all good. My wrists all good, my hood all good. Sit court, side higher than the moon. Rich nigga, fuck your bitch, like a goon. Rolls Royce, Ghost Flu, Tycoon. Pink diamonds, solitaires, cost me a stack of blues. Posted up with the robber, serving dog food. Smoke them up, roll the opera, knock them out of shoes. Standing in the trenches with my jewelry. I put all my killers on security. My shooters ain't evil, sequester out with hitter. How the fuck I'ma ever go Hollywood? I shoot at my stripper with a pot. In a vehicle too fast, stop for a cop. I got pink, diamonds on me. It was dirty Sprite, bad bitch. Rockin' Louis, she look off-white. Started off last week, it was all good. Watching wrestle, LeBron James on the hardwood. Shawty told me to fuck her face, so it's all good. Bitch, it ain't no way I done with Hollywood. My hoes all good, I fuck them all good. My credit all good, bitch, I'm always good. My pockets all good, my mama still straight. A bakery chef, how I been flipping all this cake.
Make it make sense now.
My hoes all good, I fuck them all good. My credit all good, bitch,
Like
I'm
29,
always
you don't know
good. My
about.
pockets all good, my mama still straight. A bakery chef, how I been flipping all this cake, all this cake, all this cake, all this cake, all this cake. A bakery chef, how I been flipping all this cake, all this cake, all this cake, all this cake, all this cake. My credit all good, bitch, I'm always good.
What it do, what it do? Hey, Super Dave, Polaroids on the IG, you know what I'm talking about. Tank, if you know me. Hope Dolo, all that good shit. Man of many names, many aliases. But yeah though, back again, episode 29 to my right. I got the homie, Sonny Hoffa. You know what I'm saying?
What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling, man? I'm glad to be on the show. It's been a long time coming. I'm excited. You know, chopping up with a real nigga.
No question about it. But shit, before we get into it, well, too deep into it, I got the birthdays and everything. But before we even rattle off the birthdays, I want to send a special gratitude over to my main man who couldn't be with us today, William H. and his family. Lost one over the holidays. Marley Johnson, you know what I'm talking about? The youngest dog of the two lovely ladies who we spend so much motherfucking adoration and love towards. But yeah though, she passed away unexpectedly and suddenly, and you know what I'm saying, I want to just send some love to the Johnson family and shit. And you already know, because shit, losing a dog is definitely the same as losing any other family member. You know what I'm saying? If you've been through it, you've been through it. If you haven't, you haven't. But the shit ain't to be taken for granted, taken lightly. So definitely want to send some love to y'all. You already know. And to everybody who out here suffering from the vid, that action, that 1-9, get well. You know what I'm talking about? Stay safe. Everybody pretty much got did in with the gatherings and get-togethers over the holiday. You know what I'm saying? And be careful about this New Year too. Wear your mask. Don't geek too much. Like if you plan on going out for one thing, you can't go out for everything leading up to that event. You gotta pace yourself. You gotta be like, I'm gonna chill until this event, and hopefully, I guess, and even at that certain event, you gotta hope. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Everything is everything, because again, you never know whether it's an all vax party or take a test before type of situation or whatever it might be. The risks are there. You know what I'm saying? So, want to just make sure everybody on their P's and Q's with that shit. But birthdays, man, we got a good little bit. But first, hot TD. Happy birthday, my man J-Mo. Jameson Hedgepath, happy B-Day. No Neezy, happy B-Day, no. Dwayne Hogan, happy B-Day, cuz. Miss Momo Love, happy B-Day, Morgan. Till the break of dawn, Dawn's B-Day. My man Tay Johnson, happy B-Day. Motherfucking Day the Realist, L. Boogie, _ Miss Fine _ That's a joint from last month that I ain't catching shit, but had to throw you in the mix. Happy B-Day, Nisha. Miss Tanisha, happy B-Day. My cousin, Antoinette. My main man, Mitch. My man, B. Bailey. Taryn, happy B-Day. And last but not least, you know what I'm talking about, my man, Mean. You did? B-Day was just yesterday, I think it was. But happy B-Day to all y'all. Scorpios and shit, the Cancers is swinging through now, I think. Or Capricorns, I want to say. Yeah, my bad. Capricorn. Some with a C and an A, you know what I'm talking about? Don't get me fucked up, but yeah, Capricorns. Happy B-Day to all y'all, you know what I'm talking about? And yeah, we got a good little show for y'all. Shit, first off, with the wild COVID shit, we got the tests popping up all over the place. First seen pretty much DC, DMV News and some other spots, but people, even in this immediate area, taking these home tests, and instead of the solution, they using water to wet the solution. And you know what I'm saying, whether they swab or not swab, they did it both ways. Shit coming up positive just off the tap water. So no swab and just ran under some tap water is showing up as a positive test. That's kind of alarming.
Definitely.
When pretty much a positive test is, you'll make a break for your livelihood in this day and age. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the fact that you're consuming that tap water. But
exactly. Yeah, hell yeah, that too.
Or is this something, man? What's so crazy about a lot of these things is you never know what's true or not. Everything is so wild. Nothing is far fetched anymore. Mm-hmm. Something can seem like it doesn't make sense, but I mean, we've been fooled before. We've been fooled so many different times. So like, imagine like if it's in a tap water or these results. I mean, these pieces of equipment, these home tests, they're not accurate. You know what I mean? Like, this is a serious matter, and you're leaving people who are not licensed, who are not skilled, to take tests. Like, how did it go from, okay, you got to go get tested 3 days, and now you can get your results in 15 minutes? Mm-hmm. You got to explain that to me.
Right.
And I'm not one of these conspiracy theorists, but you got to make it make sense. It took 3 days, and now it's taking 50. No. Why didn't we think of this before?
I mean, the rapid test was already turned up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? With an hour result back, niggas was like, shit, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread, and that was inaccurate.
My son's school has it, and I was like, how can I get the results here faster at the school than in the hospital?
Right, right. You know what I'm saying? And we saying with the rapid test, especially with traveling, people take a rapid test and be negative, and then go take a regular test, and the joint come back positive every time. Mm. Even with symptoms, people was taking a rapid joint and getting the negative back. So
because it's one of those things, like, does it really make sense? Like, look, I'm already doing my due diligence. I took 2 tests, they came out negative, and I've already paid my plane ticket. I'm not like,
you're not about to go find us. You're not looking for the wrong answer.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going.
And with shit, the same with that being said, how all of a sudden now we getting results in 15 minutes and that's acceptable. The same with the CDC. That brings my question up: is how the fuck They just and they could just throw it to research. They say it's because of research. Do the research. They just took the quarantine. First it was 14, then it went to 10. Now it's a 5-day period. They say, and after that 5 days, if you have no symptoms, you can go out and about and get back to normal life.
Which makes no sense.
The real kicker, though, because whether you want to motherfucking be pro or against the vax, the real kicker is the CDC themselves has no qualifying measures as far as whether you vaxxed or unvaxxed. After that 5 days now, you good to go. How is that a thing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because like even no matter what, if you don't have symptoms on that, that doesn't mean that it's still not transferable.
Right.
You don't know when someone actually got the COVID. So it's like, oh, they're saying that, oh, did y'all read the whole article? It says asymptomatic. Just because you don't have symptoms doesn't mean that you cannot
still
spread
shedding
it.
the virus.
So it makes no sense, even if you have an all-vaccinated party. It's like, oh yeah, I'm having an all-vaccinated party, but you're all coming in and you're parlaying the same. You can still get it.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just blaming. It's a blame game. Nobody wants to be. We all know the government is at fault.
Facts.
Because if you give people the option to go out, come on, let's be for real. They're going to fucking go out. Everybody's like, if y'all just shut the fuck up. That's not going. You screaming that on social media is not going to help people stay in. But guess what? When they give you these fucking fines that you're going to have to pay for and shit like that, you got to hit people just like business. You got to hit them where it hurts, and that's money. I remember when the pandemic first started, those streets was empty. Besides the growth, the streets were empty as shit. Now motherfuckers like the traffic, regular traffic back.
Shit, hell yeah. And you gotta remember, like, March 2020 when they shut down, how reluctant people was to actually sit the fuck still. You know, for the most part, people said, okay, we shut down, say less. I got kids, especially the ones without kids, out here single. You couldn't keep these niggas out Babylon or wherever the fuck, wherever was open. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, wherever they could go that was open, they could be coming from fucking Southern Maryland. They're gonna make their way out VA for a night on a town of hitting a hookah around a bunch of sick motherfuckers and then go back to what they went back to just to say they was outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit don't make no sense. 5 days, that ain't, and then they telling people, heard this over the holidays, they're telling people they could go back to work asymptomatic with a positive test. Like, so what's it really about? Are we keeping people safe, or we just need people to show up for work?
Honestly, I'm tired of playing the guessing game. I don't know what the agenda is. I don't know. I'm good, bro. I don't know what the agenda is. I can't fake like I know, and I can't be mad at the next man for try to figure this shit out, because like I don't think they know, and that's honestly. That's fine, because it's just inconsistent with the putting out. How you go from 14 to 10 to 5? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, how about, man, I don't know how many boosters y'all want to take. Y'all want to say, oh, y'all need to take 2 shots, then there's boosters, then it's extra. But like, come on now. But you're never going to get, it's the government. You're not going to get the truth from them. We'll never get that. Whatever they tell us, we gotta go with.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Man, definitely shit crazy out here. More wild ass healthcare topics, and I mean I don't even know really what to classify, but sure a lot of you heard trans man upset with hospital staff, files complaints, causes a ruckus. We'll tell anybody who wants to fucking hear about it that basically the hospitals, he's upset with the hospital staff for referring to him as the child's mom. Again, trans man has a child, trans individual, female to male, has a child, and is upset that the medical professionals only want to refer to him as the child's mother, when these are the people who helped him birth this child. Again, saying help him birth this child is wild to say, but with that being said, y'all get what the fuck I'm trying to say. Motherfucking, this gentleman's statement, he says, not everyone who gives birth is a mother. I am a father who created my own child. Quote unquote.
Yeah, you created your child when you was a mom, now you're a father. That's the should have been the correct statement. Yeah, you're a father now, but when you created that child, you're a mom. Because we all know just we're talking about biology. A man can't birth a child. Like,
So
I don't know what's the big discussion. Like,
so I guess right. What's the big discussion on that? But can a woman ever be a man and vice versa?
yeah, in her head, she can't be one. I don't care if you think you one or you identify as one, and I'm not mad at that. I can't say that you don't feel in yourself, in your body or in your mind that you're a man. I would never argue that. I don't care to argue that, and that's what you want. But the biology, you can't. It's stuff men do. It's stuff men that create. We don't have to take pills for it. That's that. If you're a man, you don't have to do those things. So I'm just talking about. Call yourself whatever you want. I'm not going to argue with that. I'm all for the free world. You know what I'm saying? Having free will, classify as you want. I'm not mad at it. But if you ask me, my stance is not going to change.
Right. I mean, the same here. Again, as a man, I would never try to put myself in the shoes of a woman and do the type of magical shit they do. You know what I'm saying? I can't birth a child. I can't go born male and go to female and then start doing female shit. I can try to have female tendencies. I can't transition my sex at any point in my life and then start birthing children.
You can't feed a child.
Yeah,
Moms can't. That's the whole.
I can't materialize and grow a child and nurture it myself. That's a wrap. This is not possible. My job is to contribute a seed for the motherfucking egg. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. He can identify as a man. That's fine. In this society, we are giving people the chance to do that, to identify as whatever they want to identify. Identifying as something and being something is a different story. You cannot have a baby and be upset with the people who assisted you in having this child because they want to call you by your correct medical gender or what have you. You know what I mean? Your sex. It is what it is. You're a female. You were carrying a whole baby. Like, the fuck, like you said, what's the discussion? You know what I'm saying? But really the discussion is, can one be the other and vice versa? And I mean, the answer is no. Like, even if you were some type of even if you were a hermaphrodite of some sort, or had, you know, both sex particles or pieces, or, you know, private parts and shit. God damn, organs. Yeah, and organs. But even if you had both sets going on, you still necessarily can't really do both. You know what I'm saying? So, hey man, he's out of line. And you can't, again, science is
I'm not
science.
saying, I don't even think he out of line. I'm just saying to make a fuss about it at the hospital. Like, the hospital, you're there because you need a need. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're there to seek help from people that are licensed in the area that you need to benefit from this time. You don't want to go to war with these people. So it's like, calm down. So, you know what I mean? Like, man, people get my name wrong every day. I'm not jumping up in arms about it. I correct them, and if they don't want to, because honestly, and there are rules in the hospital. I think some of the stuff is, I actually work in a hospital. I even shy away, even if I feel like I don't know, I'll ask. Like, it's the like, how would you like me to address you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's not offensive, because like, I need to know, because it's more offensive for me to assume. So I don't even think, if he did say that, whatever. She said she's identified as a man. I think it's just, it wasn't that deep. Something's missing, but you know, it's just a headline.
Definitely.
That's what I really feel like it is. Because he could have opted to have a doula to avoid all of this.
Definitely could have, but
they call it whatever they want to call it.
But that's the ignorance, whether it's race or the whole, again, they might call them the Alphabet Society or whatever, but that organization and how they plan to put a strong arm on society, their whole agenda right now, in my opinion, is to, again, like I said, in a sense, put a strong arm on society. They want to challenge pretty much everything. As far as right now, what we deem as politically correct, They want to broaden that or widen that or challenge those guidelines. Again, like we was watching the show not too long ago, and they was talking about, they was calling the dude homosexual and this and that, and we was like, well, shit, nowadays they be canceled. And this was just early 2000s, a show from early 2000s we was watching. But again, LGBT community is trying to get it to the point where they're challenging. Right now, it's acceptable to I guess either make more acceptable as far as for them, and then make less acceptable as far as to what we can say against them. You know what I'm saying? We gotta really watch how we talk, really watch how we walk around these motherfuckers, because they taking shit to court, they taking shit to, you know what I'm saying, and everything got a whole different type of connotation around it when you're talking about a homosexual or transgender or something person now, because the sensitivity is out of this world with how they pretty much making everything about them. You know what I'm saying? Michael Myers.
I won't say that. See, that's why I disagree. Because some people, my man said, man, why everything got to be gay? I said, well, why everything got to be heterosexual? I mean, like, if it's gay people, why can't they have representation on shows? Like, I see gay people all the time, so it's not realistic for me not to see gay people on TV.
No, right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, why? It's disgusting for you to see a man kissing a man. It's disgusting for me to see, but that doesn't mean they don't have the right to do it. How about if it's disgusting for them to see? They're not saying, oh, you're kissing a woman, I don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not sexual. I don't understand why it bothers niggas that much.
Right, and I'm not going to say anything about it bothering me. I'm talking
No,
about,
I'm not saying
right.
you.
No, but I get that.
I segue to something because my man was like, that's all he sees
Right.
on TV now.
And
I'm
I get both sides of it. I get the inclusion, but I also do feel like it can be a bit much at times. But my real problem is
that's like, I feel like that's like white persons saying black people like
can be
like get the fuck slavery was.
It's
Yeah.
whatever the minority group is, they're gonna like they want to see more representation of themselves.
Exactly.
But do you feel at any point that it can be overkill to make up for what was not done?
Sure.
Right.
Because that can be the opinion of people as well.
Yeah,
Like,
we on back time.
like
No pun intended. You know what I'm saying?
But
I'm not mad. I'm not mad that they getting some shit done before black people. Fuck yeah.
right, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, I'll stand on that hill
And a
too.
lot of things, because that
people
goes
look.
to my point. They literally, based on complaints, they change society in an instant. How Asians complain for a split second, and everything the world start moving and shaking. LGBT, the way this Dave Chappelle did a whole soliloquy, told an intimate story about a good friend of his who he worked closely with, grew to know and love and understand them through differences in that. Grew to admire them as a person. Made jokes around the whole thing. But again, if you watch the joint, the whole story was pretty much about loving everybody through differences. You know what I'm saying? Through basically understanding people. What you're not used to, you can see past that and you can understand, yada, yada, yada. The nigga was basically saying he got love for everybody. They took that and made it a whole hate thing because of a couple punchlines. Motherfuckers who ain't even really watched the joint took captions and shit and ran with it. Motherfucking
like for real, I feel like
even what Kodak Black said, he was on blast because he's ignorant, but his whole message was safe sex. You know what I'm saying? Now that message might not have had to tie into what old boy was doing with his songs and shit, but he was never saying like, I don't fuck with Lil Nas, don't support Lil Nas. You know what I'm saying? He was just like, basically in a sense, that's a culture shock. That's a clash. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying all that to say, like, the way they so brash and over advert with it, and you can't joke, you can't comment, you can't say anything. Like, you could be accepting and make a joke, you could be accepting and make a comment. They shutting all that shit down. You know what I'm saying? Stronger than the blacks, stronger than the Asians.
But that's, you know what? That's how black should do, and we don't.
No, that's how we try to do. It's not
we
accepted.
be letting Fat Joe say, nigga, he ain't no fucking black in him. We give people passes or to the cookout or shit like that, or she look good. Like, no, they going hard. We have boundaries, and you won't step across them. Black people want to pick and choose. when we want to stand, strong, and when we want to vote, and that's not cool.
And that's what
We gotta have some type of accountability for us. Like, I know we're under fire. I know we have so many obstacles set against us, but we also put extra obstacles in front of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could really go to war with these people, but we don't. All this fake canceling people and shit like that.
That's some shit
bullshit.
But yeah, that's what like Dave Chappelle was saying in there. Like it was an act of he was saying it in a sense of adoration or respect to the community. He was like, because they push their agenda quicker and faster and more collectively than the black people push their agenda. Like he said, they're gay before they're black. Because like that community has momentum, whatever it is. Like it's like if you say anything that's against or offensive to that community, you cancel. Your show is canceled. People's livelihoods are being affected. It's not just like, oh, we're sorry, but that same momentum or that same energy can't be put into or isn't being put into anything that the black community is trying to do. Now, we can't even make lynching illegal.
And your I guess your argument to that was pretty much because it's blacks on both sides type shit. Like it's in a sense, I don't put words in your mouth, but everybody ain't on the same momentum train. You saying like with the LGBT community, make no fuss about it.
Man, it's hard to get everybody on the same page, man. You can barely agree with your fucking neighbor. You can barely fucking agree with your partner. Now you're trying to get millions of black on the same page that come from different financial demographics, different upbringings. You know what I'm saying? You got motherfuckers who think differently in New York and motherfuckers think in Florida. Shit just different. Like, it's never going to be that. So it's like, if you want to go hard, you got to be consistent. But guess what? People don't really want to, like, protest and put their like back in the 60s and 50s, people be talking that bullshit like, oh, we built different. No, them motherfuckers are back. Like, you imagine going into a restaurant and having people come in there and spitting on you, trying to hit you with bats and that, and you can't fight them back.
Right.
We're not rocking like that no more. But the reason that we even in a position not to rock like that is because of them. We don't stand on shit.
Right, facts. Yeah, and that's, you hear both sides, but again, like you said, the reason we can't be as brash as we want to be in this day, and again, not rocking with no bullshit, is because of them. Like, we always hear the horror stories, but them niggas wasn't rocking. They wasn't just laying down, you know what I'm saying? Like, from generations on, you know what I'm saying? Even in the 60s and the beginning of the Jim Crow and in the 70s, like, they descendants of recently freed descendants of slaves type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, their grandmothers and grandfathers either literally just ended their time serving, or some were still maybe living on the plantation, considered free or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, we not that far removed, so these motherfuckers, it wasn't like the laws were being established. Like, it was just a way, times were changing around them, and they wasn't necessarily rocking, but same way the police is going crazy on any motherfucker who they stop nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like, we not rocking, like you said, but when history is elapsed in a few years, they might say, like, damn, the police was doing whatever they wanted to do. How was that? But we know how, we know what it is. We up against a motherfucking structure. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, bro. That conversation could really go on for motherfucking hours on end. You know what I'm saying? Life is a motherfucking struggle in that sense. But shit, I know you doing regular shit in the community, bro. Entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? Again, like I said, charity work, all that type of stuff. But let the people know the type of stuff you got your hands in, and you know what you got going on.
Yeah, Sonny and Muhafa, one half of Stamped ENT. Shout out to my partner, Nick G, or IG Stamp Mob Capo. And we got our hands tied into a lot of things, man. I'm actually parting. I done filmed a few episodes, releasing those in January. I'm super excited about that. I just love being in a space where you talk to creators and just to see what other people think about certain topics. I love that space. Of course, we got the merch coming out very soon. You know, luxury sports wear. You know, something to make you feel good putting on. You feel like, hey, I spent my hard-earned money on a good product, but also, you know, fashionable, but something that's cozy and comfortable for you.
No question.
You know, we throwing the events, kind of slowing down on the events, you know, due to, of course, to the pandemic. We want to make sure that we're being cognizant of people's safety and things of that manner. But, you know, we did just have a coat drive, but we got over 150 coats for kids, adults. That's always a good look when you're able to give back. You're not a man if you can't give back. You know what I mean? So that's what it's all about. And of course, I still do the drinks. Man, I got any type of drinks, tequila, vodka, cognac, whiskey. I got it all. So we got the stamped spirits. So I do pictures. Right now I'm doing a special on pictures, $100 like for New Year's Eve party. So people like $100 for a picture, like, that's crazy. So a picture gets you about 13 8-ounce drinks. You know how many ounces they pour in your drink? And this is a whole bunch. You're basically getting 9 drinks at the bar, maybe 10 drinks at the bar for $100.
Right.
So you got to think, I'm coming to you. I drop it off. No tax, no gratuity, none of that. So yeah, we still got that going on. So man, those are just some of the things I got going on. Everything's stamped. You know what I mean? We want to give back. Anything that we provide, we want to make sure that's a quality, you know, service.
Definitely. And how long y'all been at it?
And we've been at it, man. I've known Nick for a long time. I've known Nick since I was 12 years old. But we always would see each other in passing. We had a lot of mutual friends. Always loved when I seen him. But then we probably started going strong at it maybe like 4 years ago. And we've had a huge success. You know what I mean? He's a great person to do business with. Not only a great person to do business with, I consider him family, but we mesh well. You know, we stay in our lanes, and we don't bump heads too often because we respect each other's, you know, genius in different areas of the business.
No question. That's what's up. And you mentioned your drinks as far as the types. I know you got names for all of them.
Oh yeah. We got the Halfarita.
Okay.
You know, that's my take on the classic style margarita. I fucking up with that. I got the blend. That's my #1 seller.
Okay.
So if you like cognac, man, I got something for you. It's sweet but not overbearing, but it's potent. You got the Lunchmont lemonade. That was the first. That's whiskey for you. That's the first drink. You know, shout out to my Capital Ice family. You know what I'm saying?
That's a nice, lovely name.
Man, it's a good twist on Arnold Palmer. Right there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. We got the stamp grill. You know, I got to throw in the name in there. You know, so that's same grill, but I had to put the stamp grill in there. So
no doubt about it.
All of those drinks, man, are fire. And I got 2. What's so crazy is I got 2 seasonal drinks that I haven't. It takes time to come up with a good name. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still working with the name, but like I said, I am doing like $100 pictures. From here to January 5th. So, man, y'all get with me. Even if y'all don't want a picture, man, all my drinks now, they're for 12-ounce drinks, $17. But I'm telling you, all you need is one. And if you're a smoker, you might just need half of one.
Right. True shit. Yeah. And that's a beautiful thing. Now, do y'all? I mean, how did y'all? Like you said. Y'all been rocking for like 4 years. How did y'all pretty much get y'all start? Because y'all pretty much seem like y'all got y'all hands in a hell of a lot of
so
shit.
Nick brand was stamped. This was his business.
Okay.
I mean, he was throwing parties, and I would throw parties. I used to do the Cap Pikes cookout every year with my OGs, like 9 years strong. But then people started charging for cookouts, and we was doing it out of love. Right. You know, remember cookouts like in the day? You just show up food, family. Yeah, I was like, hold on. Niggas getting paid on something we've been doing for a long time for free. So we did another pool party, and then I kind of ventured off from them. Then I started doing my own thing, and then we met him one day. It was like, man, we should throw a party together. Party was fire, and then honestly,
it just took off.
Ever since then, it took off, took flight.
what's up.
That's definitely what's up. Yeah, coat drive, all type of shit like that. Man, the community definitely needs it.
Oh, for
You know
sure.
what I'm saying? And beautiful thing. I want to motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, salute you and shit for the work you're doing out here, being a positive influence, black male in the community.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? No matter how cliche it sounds, you can't get enough of them. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, bro. Because everybody in the world out here trying just want to be in the streets to do whatever. You know what I'm saying? But when a motherfucker out here just striving for fucking positive and making it the right way and turning up at the same time, you love to see it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, bro. Again, love to y'all. Salute to Stamp. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Insecure. Finale. The last episode of the last season. This past Sunday. If you ain't seen it,
Sorry.
Sorry.
you know what I'm saying? Hey, log the fuck off right now, cause
It's been days.
spoiler alert. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know what. It's Tuesday.
You've had time.
You had 48 hours to get it in. You know what I'm saying? So, you can come back to this one after you take that bullshit ass 30 minutes out of your life to watch that joint. I think this episode was 40 minutes.
41.
41 minutes. Lord, Issa gave us 10 extra minutes. It had to be something special. But, you know what I'm talking about? What was y'all take on that?
Man, I ain't really care for it. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. I think she rushed some of those topics, but the time, like, I didn't like the time jumps, because then you're trying to say, well, how far in between? Because then you're like, with her and Lawrence was going back and forth for 2 years about this. You know, they put Molly, mom, like she died. That was the big moment in the show for me. And then she died, and y'all just handled it like that. I ain't like that. How Kelly just got pregnant after not having a consistent man out of no episode. Like, you throw that, you know what I mean? It was, you know, but you know what? I'm not going to spend too much time on it, and only because
If you didn't watch it,
No.
sorry.
No, not even that,
fuck
because
that, yeah.
I really fuck with Issa, the black woman doing something,
No
being
question.
successful, being so.
Right.
I don't want to go too hard on it.
But
But
the
like I
girls
said-
were all very random points.
These is all random like points, and like it was just mushed together. And I think she was just like, man, fuck it, I'm over this. But like, shout out to her overall success,
Yeah.
anything that she has.
And I agree, and that's the thing, but like, we love her as a creator, or as a creative, and as a creative, you're always creating. So if you watch her talk about it, like in the wind down, shit like that, you see up in, like, even throughout this season, she still ain't necessarily know where the shit was going.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And that's not a flaw, but again, with it being the final season, there's where the flaw lies, because this shit should come to a bow. As a creative, when you know you ended something off, you gotta put a lot of time and effort into the way you end it off. And I have no problem with her not necessarily knowing where the story's going, because it's pretty much a life, a mirror of life. You know what I'm saying? A reflection of life from different motherfucking people's perspective. But it was absolutely rushed, in my opinion.
So rushed.
This last, I mean, because again, she slow walked this last season just like any other season. We was chilling, right? We dating here, fucking around here, we argue here and there, but this joint it wasn't no tremendous time warps, it wasn't no time lapses. She hooked back up with old boy, you know what I'm saying, Nathan. They rapped and shit. They got dumbass close off some rebound shit, which it clearly was, but then last episode, we going birthday to birthday to birthday to funeral to birthday to birthday to wedding to fucking childbirth to fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, absolutely rushed. But, yeah, man, as far as how it all boiled down to or came to a close, in a sense, it was kind of what I expected it to be in the long run. It was her way of, I guess, saying it took years to get there based on friends' opinion, based on what she thought about how other motherfuckers thought about her. She like that. So she was letting outside influences control how she was moving in her life. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Which, I mean, and it's a lesson learned where I guess you wasted time out of your life. Whether you have a problem with him having a child or not, again, that's on her. But let's see. I mean, that's neither here nor there.
Right.
But again, it was like a mirror reflection of her letting outside influences delay their inevitable type shit.
I feel like that season, either the series could have ended last season
Right.
with an additional maybe 1 or 2 episodes.
Yeah, facts.
Or she should have continued this season another 2 or 3 episodes.
Man, right. Like
Instead
the Sopranos
of
did.
just
type
wrapping
shit.
this joint up so quick, like you said, you put a bow on it. As a creative, Insecure probably evolved every time, like every year she grew as a person personally. So right now she's like, I'm not in that place. How am I gonna, tie this shit up? But I definitely think it was rushed.
Mm-hmm.
The time lapses. I was like, I don't even know how much time is between
Between
Molly
each birthday and shit.
and Issa's birthday, and then like you said, Kelly just pops up pregnant off of this random guy that she met at somebody's birthday party. But great show overall, but it was definitely rushed.
Yeah,
but
great
she
show.
could have wrapped it up with a bow very nicely last season, in my opinion. But I appreciate every 26-minute episode that she gave me this season.
True shit. Yeah, shout out to Issa and keep doing what you're doing. I know she got a couple new shows she working on and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we gonna miss Insecure. It hit home for a lot of motherfuckers on a weekly basis, especially from season 1.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's a story of life, and it almost gave me that Game of Thrones feeling with the rushed ass last episode. Like they tried to fit so much into one episode when the whole season leading up to it was the typical build up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, to keep it a buck, they could have settled whatever they was gonna settle right then and there after Nathan and Cuz fought in the episode before. You know what I'm saying? From there, Lawrence was hitting her up. She wasn't really trying to answer. Nathan was ghost like he usually is. She knew she wanted Lawrence, but she didn't want to look like a clown. Fuck it, you already look like a clown.
Yeah, I
you know what I'm
low-key
saying?
thought Nathan and Lawrence was somebody from Game of Thrones that you was just talking
You see, you
about.
thought it was?
You just transitioned. So
I
smoothly
did,
back
but
into-
I
was
just
wait,
was
hold
throwing a
on.
comparison in there. But yeah, though. I mean, with that being said, the time jumps was goofy, and they went from like Molly's to Issa's to Tiffany's. Then Kelly was having a baby. Then back to Molly's birthday or some shit. So we know that's a year. You know what I'm saying? But either way, like, I ain't care for the way it was done. You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm not a producer or nothing like that. But yeah, bro, that wasn't really what my mindset was. Fucking, what type of music you on right now? What's your go-to shit when you ain't working or?
Oh man, I'm on Griselda heavy right now, man. I'm on Westside Benny, man. Stove God, Smoke Dizza, Currency, man. I just got into Currency late. I'm on Currency. I'm on Bodie
You
James.
just start fucking with Currency for real?
Yeah, and I was tripping. I've been tripping. Yeah, it's so much music. There's so much music to keep up with. I'm on Bodie James and. Man, R&B right now, I'm fucking with Brent Faiyaz, I'm fucking with Giveon, I always fuck with Ty Dolla, I fuck with Mariah the Scientist, Snow Allegra, yeah, I love her,
Yeah.
I love Ari,
Yeah.
you know,
no question.
shit. Other than that, that's what I'm really gonna have. I'm on the new Nas I'm fucking with.
This last one?
Yeah. He just
Christmas
dropped the
Eve?
joint.
Yeah.
That joint fire.
That's
So
all nice.
that's what I'm on right now.
Okay, that's what's up. Shit. And where you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Rich.
Beyond belief, beyond measure.
And no bullshit. I see myself in a different space financially than where I am now. I see me like really solidifying my businesses and making them like a household name. I want to be fluent in Spanish by 40. Like I'm really like I've started so many times and never finished, and
Same here,
it's like why not? Because like
definitely have been knowing that
it's still
Spanish is
beneficial.
in the way.
We still young, man. That's an extra $25K you can ask for on a job. That's when you go out the country, people that finessing you and shit like that. You know what I mean? And what I want to do is I actually want to learn it with my sons. I want it to be something that we can do together. So in the next 5 years, the most important thing I want to learn how to speak Spanish.
That's what's up. Yeah, I definitely concur with that.
Yeah.
Especially in America, Spanish is an alternate language. It's the alternate language. It's the next go-to. Like if you don't know Spanish, it's almost looked upon downly like you don't have a bachelor's degree. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it'll take you tremendous places. Absolutely. Yeah, I love to hear that shit, man. And again, you mentioned your boys. What's your biggest inspiration as far as motivation and everything, and what you do every day?
Man, the sun. Every day I wake up and see the sun, man. It inspires me because there's so many, man. I know a lot of us have been through rough patches. We're losing close ones, acquaintances, family members, co-workers, whoever, is dear to you. Man, like every day I wake up, it's another opportunity to get to the point where I can, and I can't take those for granted. So that's my inspiration, like just to
take it in.
You know what I'm saying? Take it all in. That's my inspiration of bullshit.
Definitely. As a whole, would you just consider yourself a businessman, promoter, entrepreneur? How would you categorize yourself?
Man, I don't know. I don't really be categorizing myself as something. You know what I'm saying? Because as an entrepreneur, you know what? I'm a creative.
Absolutely.
I would say I'm a creative. Definitely. You know what I mean? Because man, anything that you do, man, you gotta have a vision, and that's why we are individuals, because we got, we see different things. So you might the old shit they was having, like, look at this sweater or shoes. What color you see? We see different colors, but sometimes it ain't no wrong or right. It's two rights. You know what I mean? Because it's a million ways to get $1 million. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta find your own path.
Definitely, no question about it. Do y'all still do they still have the Southside Market open in the winter?
No, they close. It's too cold. It's too cold.
Right,
So in the summertime, you get that walk through traffic. It's a little bit different. We shut down like in September, but I'm definitely back out there. Shout out to Southside. Shout out to Aja. Shout out to Leak. Shout out to Zell. Real good people. Real a solid trio of people.
Definitely. And I know you be in the booth.
Yeah, I do a little something here and there.
What's going on with that situation?
Man, I ain't never wanted to be no rapper, man. I just always like I said, I'm creative. Like, I always I love music, man. That's all I do. It's my favorite thing, to be in a car with a J, listen to some music, having your thoughts to yourself. But, man, I just write what I resonate with, what I feel like other niggas might fuck with, If a person listen to me, they be like, oh, that's some genuine shit. Like, he not making this shit up.
Right.
So it's like, I'll be rapping till I'm 60. I don't care if 5 of my niggas from back home are the only ones that listen to it. Because I listen to the music for myself. It's my own. It's a form of therapy for me. It ain't even before that. I'm not trying to rap. I'm not doing those shows. Like, I can't remember I had for my verses. But I definitely can put something down over, with some wax.
No question. Same here. But I to an extent, the same take on it. Like, fame from that avenue never really was what I was aiming for, or I am aiming for. But it's definitely a passion. You know what I'm saying? Writing to a beat. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much making something out of nothing. Writing a song. You know what I'm talking about, and then making it tangible. You know what I'm saying? Hearing it, bringing it to life, and again, make a creative outlet where nobody can take that from you. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can do it the way you did it. You know what I'm saying? Even you can't do it exactly that way another time. You know what I'm saying? But recording yourself, making a memory, making a lasting, something tangible that's going to have some value. It ain't nothing like it. And the feeling of hearing yourself from some shit you created is invaluable. And like you said, you don't do it for it ain't like whether everybody like it or everybody don't, you could give a fuck at that point. You know what I'm saying? It's your baby. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So definitely, man, I fuck with that, man. Jake Paul, we did you see the undercard before that?
Yeah, I did see that. I did see that.
Okay, Deron Williams and Frank Gore. We watched it live on the last podcast. But that was a hell of a fight.
It was a Frank Gore, my man. I'm a Niners fan, so you know what I'm saying. Honestly, no bullshit. Frank Gore, top 5 running back of all time. I ain't going to get into it, but the numbers speak for itself. I don't care about all that longevity shit. Like, I don't care how it looked. Top 5 running back of all time, but it got ugly for him.
It did, bro.
And it happens, but you're right. Like, you be thinking these point guards be small. These niggas be like, they're all like 6'4".
Nah, so I'm hip. I expected the height advantage on that shit.
But usually
again,
when the height
I know from Frank Gore in the league, he always talked about his boxing background. Like, Frank Gore been boxing and sparring and all that whoop-de-whoop for a brick, and he literally was turning down NFL offers this season, current season, because he wanted to pursue a boxing career. You know what I'm saying? So when I tell you I was all in on Frank Gore, bro, all my chips was on the table. Without ever seeing any of them fucking throw punches, I was fucking.
He looks like a boxer, but he didn't fight like one.
Boy,
so it is what it is. It was sad to see, but the boxing is about preparation to me, and he wasn't the better prepared man.
Right.
So,
he was prepared to throw a couple punches, but he wasn't stamina wise in
long
boxing shape.
haul, yeah.
And Deron Williams' ass must have been in boxing shape for the last whatever time period it needed to be. Because it was a different story. But the Jake Paul fight, not too far after it, he won in impressive fashion with a stone cold knockdown against Willie. Yeah. My thing or take on it was, again, they are impressive fighters, but it looked like you ever seen like outtakes behind the scenes of
it's a paycheck.
Michael B. Jordan.
I go get my ass whooped by one of them niggas for $1 million too, or $500,000 or $450,000, man. That's a quick little paycheck. Yeah. I'm not a boxer.
Like Cuz said, he was out here to feed his family.
Yeah, like, I'm not a boxer, so it's like at the end of the day, if I lose, it's not gonna have this thing. My heart and passion is not in it like these young niggas like a tank. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I lose, guess what? I still won.
Right.
I'm gonna fucking. You're watching me. You know what I'm saying? You're tuned in watching me fight, and I'm getting the paycheck. Fuck them people.
Right. He already lost the first one go round. He got the second one off the strength of the nigga who was supposed to fight backing out. So again, it's nothing against him.
These niggas businessmen, they're not fighters. They started off YouTube and they've been like honestly monetizing off ever since. They're actually marketing geniuses, and I applaud them.
No question. Anytime you can land a fight with Floyd, and they offer all hype, showing up at Floyd fights, trolling the nigga on social media, you know what I'm saying? But created a buzz enough where they got a following and he got a following. And Floyd about to check and they about to check. And they agreed to, you know what I'm saying? You heard when Cuz was like, hey, take it easy. Floyd held the nigga up different. You know what I'm saying? Like, during the fight, you see them working together to make the event an event instead of just Floyd dusting the nigga off and going home, you know what I'm saying? Give the people something to watch, you know what I'm saying? They business, man, but, man, now all athletes of all sorts coming after Jake Paul. Other boxers want to fight Cuz, other MMA, motherfucker, all fighters in every avenue is now after this nigga. Again, all motherfucking marketing. Big paydays is coming from Jake Paul. Yeah, though. The joint just seemed hella rigged. He set himself to take a punch. He got hit. Nigga collapsed. He was out cold. It was all dramatics, optics. The effects was beautiful. The visuals was crazy. Enough to get Jake Paul buzzing in the right direction, because his last few fights, in my opinion, was boring. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just fell asleep on a couple of them joints. You know what I'm saying? But again, he's not a boxer, but he needed the momentum train steaming in his way. You know what I'm saying? Fucking we talked a lot about COVID. motherfucking to wrap it up. Matter of fact, Nene Leakes. Fuck COVID. Nene Leakes. When is it acceptable to move on to the next? We see Nene Leakes on social media right now, proudly, talking to, showing off her boyfriends, her multiple boyfriends.
Man, Nene, so I'm not gonna lie, like I was the average show, you watch, when you got a girl, you start watching, the shows that she watched and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna act like I'm totally like oblivious, but
So
I don't think she ever was it known that she was cheating on Greg or anything like that. So,
No.
all right, so look, she was a solid wife. She's no longer a wife. She's a widow. Mama gotta have a life too. She did look. If she was doing that man right and he passed away,
Right. And they had their trials and tribulations.
Yeah, and I think they was broken up a little bit,
or they was open or something.
They were broken up for a little bit, and then
Right.
they kind of
they absolutely
But
was
at the
broken
end
up
of the
for
day,
a while.
yo, I think I thought her love was genuine. I thought it was sincere.
No question.
That man, she can't love that man in the afterlife.
From what
He's
we
gone.
know, they did right by each other. Whether they were just business partners in the end or not, they work well together.
Who am I to say? What? Because it's always not going to be a long enough time for somebody. 1 year is too long. I wouldn't do that. That's you. That's why
Right.
she's not you. So it's like one of those things. Like when you are ready, you are ready. Because I feel like that's something that is so detrimental that you wouldn't force yourself to move on from that situation. You would only move on if you were ready. Because losing a spouse, especially if that's your best friend, somebody you've been with for 20 years,
amazing.
I don't find that easy for someone to do. And if it was easy for them to do, y'all don't know how to. It might be a coping mechanism.
Right.
They might just be
Right.
codependent,
Yeah.
codependent, and just want some attention. You for 10 years or 15 years, you wake up next to a warm body. You want that,
I feel
and that
like
doesn't
this
make
is
you.
definitely. Nene knows what the hell she's doing.
Yeah, and she's bringing
drawing
herself back to
attention.
the run of
It's
I feel like
audience.
something's brewing. She's
It's
like
a show. It's her own show.
It's her own.
Brewing. You know what I'm saying? Like the fuck.
I feel like she out here. She got a young dude. She got her old dude, and she's staying in everybody's shade room post. She's a buzz. So she either about to drop something. Something's about to happen. She's about to go back
point.
to a
Good
show.
point.
But like Nene, I'm not saying she's like a attention whore because she's not. But she knows what she's doing. Like, yes, losing Greg was not. I do believe that she's definitely feeling some way about this. She's sad. She's grieving. But apparently, on his deathbed, like he said, like move on, be happy. Like, don't wait around and wait to fire and date and whatever. So if she's honoring him even in his afterlife, she said, "I would have got with you."
Yeah, I'm dead. You gotta go jump
Be
on the dick.
happy. Like,
And again, my whole thing is like you said that you took the words out of my mouth, but my whole thing is like, who am I to tell somebody else how to get over
right.
or get through something that I'm not, like whether I went through it before or not, I don't give a fuck. I'm not them. So they going through something or went through something, and now they moving the fuck on. Public opinion don't mean shit. The shade room posts and all that shit for the comments and everybody got an opinion. Who the fuck gives a fuck? Like, she doing her. And she's supposed to, like,
I mean, 'cause
Yeah.
if she really wanted it to be a secret, it could have been a secret. She
right,
She
yeah.
wanted-
I mean, and it is what it is. Like, how long is, again, secret or not, how long is too long? Like, fuck, what is public opinion about? You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that shit.
Public
And then,
feels-
who are you being secretive for at this point? She is single when her husband is dead. So she's dating. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck? And in social media age, some people post everything, some people don't post nothing. The people that post everything, you might see them with a couple different people. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So I can't be mad at Nene. She got to get it how she live, young. And again, I think her and Cuz at this point in their life, or when they reconciled, they was more so business partners than anything else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was good. It was good for both of them to be together and have their little shit going on. For her to be on the show and for all that shit. So yeah, man.
That's good.
It is what it is. She living in the
How's he
open
getting
right
it?
now.
Live your life.
Live your life. Live your life.
Be safe. COVID's rampant, but live your life.
You know, and shit, one more time for my man Young Dolph, R.I.P. to Dolph. But I want to talk about Black Youngster. A lot of people been hip a little longer than I have, but I'm just saying today, the nigga rapping in front of the Thornton mausoleum and shit, you know, in the cemetery, hella disrespectful. Whether it was an old track on that, or old footage on that, you know, visually, whatever the fuck it is, he pieced it together to make it seem awfully current. You know what I'm talking about? And the fact that he took his time out to find a Thornton motherfucking grave site.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it's cuz shit or not.
It was some corny shit because it's honor and death. That man can't come back.
Right.
He can never come back.
Exactly.
His kids never going to see him. His girl never going to see him. His folks never going to see him. Like, leave that man alone. Whatever beef I have, it's done.
It's over, yeah.
Honestly, it was tasteless.
It was tasteless as fuck. You know what I'm saying? The song didn't go. Like, it's like nothing about it was like he just needed eyes and ears on. He just needed shock value. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't trying to move people through his fucking music at this point. He just needed some type of buzz. You know what I'm saying? He grasping for straws at this point. You know what I'm saying? It was a desperate move, a fucking clown ass move. You know what I'm talking about? And look, it's extra weak now. It's like the fuck. What was it even about?
Right.
Again, because the headline deeper than everything it's about. You see him, he dancing around on the fucking in the cemetery and shit, smoking and shit, and it's like, bro, what was the point of this, dog? Just to say you did it / deny, because I'm sure once motherfuckers start saying what's up or whatever, I'm sure he gonna start him and her and towing that line. But man, coward move. Fuck you, cuz you already know the streets rocking with Dolph. And shit, that's pretty much a wrap on 29. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man. Fucking from my home to yours, you know what I'm talking about? I'm hoping you enjoyed it. I see some of y'all stuck with us on the live mode.
That's love. That's
you know what I'm
love.
talking about? And yeah, man, play it back. Tell a friend. Like, comment, and share. You already know. For Make It Make Sense Live, I am motherfucker Hope Dolo, Super Dave, Tank if you know me.
Sonny M Hoffa, man. Check me on IG, Twitter the same, SONNY, M is in Mary, HOFFA, Sonny M Hoffa. Check me out.
You dig? And,
Glad to be here, man.
Yeah,
That's
man.
love.
Appreciate you having
Those
me.
are some good
vice
questions,
versa.
man.
Yeah, man. Already. Until next time, that's all our time. You know what I'm talking about? We out.
Fuck with us. That's love. You know how hard it is to keep people to watch our live? I said, if you got 3 people consistently watching your live, that's success.
Definitely.
Facts.
And people were like, my man's like 3. I said, yes, nigga. Like,
to keep someone's attention.
to keep somebody.
Like to always keep the number at 3 the whole time. That's tough
Even
as
if it
fuck.
fluctuate, if it go 5 to 2, and then but if it just
Right. An
like,
average of
that,
3.
That shit hard because like I could be doing. They could literally be doing anything else other
Just
than
sitting right here, just
and they're listening to you.
Listen.
That's love. Yeah, I did like a little fake little Insecure recap last night, and I had like 16 people watching. I was like, that's crazy. I really just wanted to argue with my sister online.
Right.
And have some people tune in.
Right.
And we hear some people, I'm like, oh shit, like, alright. I mean, nah, that was love, man. I really appreciate it, man. The hospitality too.
No question, bro.
That's
Everything
love.
coming through. Motherfucking shit was a little different without the co-host and shit off the last.
It's
Yeah,
not.
so
You,
silly being-
but you held it down though. It's hard to do. You definitely held it down. It definitely helps. I don't have no co-host.
Right.
That shit hard. Like, yeah, I don't. Yeah, I wish I had one, but I also wanted to do it my way. So
Right.
it's like, nigga, you can't have it both ways.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you got a co-host, you got to take it into consideration. But that's why I always got guests. I at least always have 2.
right.
But on my last episode, I always want to do the episode by myself. It's just the episode